What if your family's most powerful legacy isn't in a photo album, but in a story you've never fully told? Before you dive into genealogy charts and archives, ask yourself this. Do you know the stories that shaped your family's values, struggles, and resilience? Because those stories, the ones about oceans crossings, wartime farms, whispered recipes, and runaway teens, aren't just history. They're the emotional blueprint of who you are. In episode 1 of Ancestral Footprints, we're not just starting with how to research. We're starting with why it matters, why your story is worth telling, why even the smallest memory can be a lifetime for future generations. If you ever felt that your life or ancestors might not be worth recording, this episode will change your mind. Did you know there's an emotional and cultural power of storytelling? Family narratives carry emotional weight. They give meaning to our lives beyond the facts of birth dates and family trees. They humanize the past. They explain why certain values run deep in our families, why some of us are driven to lead, to serve, to create, or to protect. Stories are how we make sense of the world. They're how children come to understand their place in the family, and how elders pass on not just knowledge, but wisdom. A well-told story can outlive the storyteller. It becomes a kind of emotional inheritance. A legendary tale that circulated in our family involved my husband's grandfather, Robert, born in 1904 as the son of a Baptist minister. At just 13 years old, he impulsively decided to hop a train and run away from home. His journey took him from a small town in Georgia to Florida, where he became a blacksmith. He later attended Virginia Tech and eventually rose to become a CEO of a large company. In our family, he was always seen as a self-made man. But the truth was more nuanced. His father, upon discovering his son's escape, came after him and brought him back to Georgia. Instead of punishing him, he listened to his son's frustration about school. A powerful lesson in parenting, emphasizing understanding over punishment. Everything else about the story was later confirmed in his autobiography, where he revealed the genuine truth behind his success. Legacy strengthens identity and connections in the family. Did you know that research shows that children who know more about their family's history show greater resilience, better self-esteem, and a stronger sense of identity? Why? Because legacy gives us a framework. It reminds us you're not alone and you're not the first. I think about my husband's grandfather's story as a perfect example. I can tell my kids, yes, your great-grandpa struggled in school too, but he went on to become a very successful person in life. When we share stories of those who came before us, of their sacrifice, triumphs, and even failures, we help younger generations see themselves as part of a longer, meaningful narrative. It says, your story didn't start with you. It started long ago, and you're carrying it forward. And for families who experience loss, separation, or silence, storytelling can be a path forward towards healing, a way to reconnect with what was almost forgotten. Think of your family. Subscribe to follow the full Ancestral Footprints journey. Like this video if it made you think of a story you want to share. And in the comments below, tell me your first memory. Ready? Let's watch episode 2 now to talk about research.